Hell yeah, Microsoft. You don't need to fucking be saving every fucking thing that I have to the fucking to the goddamn cloud.
Yeah, there's just some things you don't want to revisit. I'm just saying.
Shit. See, I don't
Technical
even know
difficulties already.
I wouldn't say technical. More like just need to
There
rearrange
she
shit.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm getting used to the fucking Windows 11, so, here we go.
Newbie.
All right, you ready to do this? Yeah, you know what? New you.
No.
Fuck you. Welcome to the dumbest podcast on your desk. I am Andy McDouche.
And I'm Clayton Keck.
And that was Escape the Paradigm.
Yes.
Friend in a Bottle. God, I love that song. We absolutely love that song at this studio, in this region. Great band. Every time I hear that song, it kind of gives me the chills, and I get this big smile on my face. And
then he comes.
No, I wish. Oh, where's the counter? Where's the counter?
Yeah, that's a good call.
Hey. What? There we go.
Make sure you reset it.
No, don't need to. One come. All right. Get the come counter right out there.
I do want to make this a note on air.
Okay.
The studio is coming together, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. We got a little bit of new equipment in.
All right. Well, if you haven't seen the video on Facebook by now, then you obviously don't pay attention to the podcast. So check out the video on Facebook. It's
the show's name. Yes.
I'm about to say it. You know what? Seriously, quit trying to act like you know what the fuck I'm about to say because you never fucking do. But it did actually make it to the Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Both. I think
they're both there. Yeah.
Oh, the second one did make it.
Yes.
I don't remember uploading it. So fantastic.
Well, apparently you did.
All right. Fantastic. So they're both on the Facebook page.
And speaking of the Facebook page, let's give out a shout out to Queenie.
Queen Bee. Nope. I was going to say Queen Beanie, and then I thought that was really disrespectful. Then I was going to say Queen Bee, and then I figured that is just like cliche. Well, you know what? Coming.
Hey, okay, that was some info.
Hell yeah.
And speaking of other things going on in the studio, I just picked up the episode from Carlito. I had a talk with him. He says he's going to try to do a better job because he really doesn't want to pay us.
Screw you! You're fired! You're fired! Whoa!
Yeah, I mean, he might be, depending on how this episode turned out after he went over it and rewrote it.
I don't know. I feel like that you're going to develop hypertension by the end of this episode.
Oh, God, I hope not. My heart can only take so much. But at any rate, let's get into this story. This is something that happened in Indiana back in the mid to late 70s, and it is unsolved today still.
Is it, though?
Well, apparently, yes. Yes, it is. Carlito's wrong on that. He knows he's probably gonna not be here next weekend.
Well, I'm gonna get my nerds on that and see what they come up with.
Hey, all right, you do that. But at any rate, we are talking about the Burger Chef murders, and this happened.
So your boy Carlito still haven't figured out how to center the title?
Yeah, I did ask him about that as well after I seen it. I didn't even go into it. I plugged it in long enough to look at this first page, and I'm like, what the fuck? You just said you were going to do better. And then he started crying, and I just felt bad and left.
Wow. Okay.
So at any rate, the Burger Chef was a fast food restaurant chain that began in 1954 in Indianapolis, Indiana, and the chain expanded throughout the U.S. At its peak in 1973, it even grew to parts of Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really fast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man.
Yeah, that's like just like literally 19 years and you're in fucking Canada. That's fast growth.
Oh, absolutely. So they must have been doing something right.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But altogether, by 1973, there were 1,050 locations. By 1982, the owners of Burger Chef began selling the chain off to another restaurant named Hardee's.
Hardee's, still
Yes.
around to this day.
Yeah, and they also have a sister company themselves out west, and it's called Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I've had both, and I think Carl's Jr. is a little bit better than Hardee's.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah.
That was the last time we recorded this. We talked about that. Yeah, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna.
Carlito almost got fired last time we tried to do this episode, to be honest.
I still haven't had Carl's Jr., but I've seen the commercials when let's see. Oh God, actually that might have been about 15 years ago.
I was going to say, I have not seen
been
a
a-
Hardee's or Carl's Jr. commercial in years.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I remember Hardee's as like being like the big boy fucking thing, like holding the
yeah,
fucking
they were
like
huge.
burger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I remember Hardee's, and that was the last time I went to
Yeah,
Hardee's when you
yeah.
still had that big fucking statue out front of that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they all just
That was the
disappeared from
real
here.
Hardee's, motherfuckers.
And
I
honestly-
don't know about
okay.
that shit today.
Have you actually seen one around here recently? Because I haven't even seen a Hardee's in a long time.
Well, also haven't crossed the Illinois border in fucking
yeah,
years,
no.
so I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time I was out there myself. So, at any rate, by 1996, the final Burger Chef was closed.
Aw.
Yeah, but let's back up to November 17th, 1978, because this is where we need to be. Not only Burger Chef, but also Speedway, Indiana, would be forever changed, because on this night, there were 4 employees who would seemingly vanish while working the closing shift.
All right.
Jane Fritt, who was 20. She was also the assistant manager. Daniel Davis, who was 16. Mark Flemons, who was 16. And Ruth Ellen Shelton, who was 17. Between 11 p.m., the crew normally closed the store to begin their teardown and cleaning, which usually lasted until around midnight.
Yeah, if you're really good and you started early, you might get that done in half hour, 45 minutes. But generally speaking, if you're really catering to every customer all the way until closing time, yeah, that's a good hour.
I mean, I will say, there's times where it is almost impossible to try to get the cleaning started early because sometimes it gets a little hectic on that closing shift.
Yeah, they ain't no shit.
Those last second motherfuckers that know you're about to close want to just line up.
Did you say what day of the week it was?
Oh, hang on. I don't think it said what day of the week, but it was November 17th, 1978.
Yeah, I'm going to look at that up, see what day
And
of
I'm
the week that is.
pretty sure around that time period, it was actually kind of cold out. Fallish area, just before winter. I'm pretty sure it was cold that night.
It was November 17th,
1978. And wow. Oh,
So
wait.
Friday. So,
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You know what?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm actually stupid as fuck because the day of the week would have been mentioned just a little while from here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Anyways, which means whatever happened took place before midnight, or right around midnight, anyways. But no, it was more before, had to have been, because a co-worker named Kirk Thompson had stopped by the restaurant at midnight to visit the 4 while they were wrapping up their cleaning. Though when he went in, he quickly realized no one was there. Now, I also wanted to stop and make a note here because there is also a dock on this whole thing. It's like a little documentary movie. And I know you've seen it. I'm trying to explain it to other people. But at any rate, you look like you were about to say something. I'm like, yeah, I know you've seen it. Shut up. Though in the documentary movie, it said he did not go in. So that's a little conflicting there. I don't know which one. I mean, he himself in the doc said he didn't even go in. He seen the door was open. Nobody answered him. He just left. So
I just want to say you weren't too far off.
thank you. I kind of caught it.
Yeah, I give you 25%, but still, you weren't too far off.
Oh, man. So not only that, it also made him realize the door was open. Then he noticed the safe was also left open.
Was there any money in it? Because
it was cleared out.
Well, at that point, you got to report it.
Oh, well, for whatever reason, he might not. I don't know why he didn't put this together, and it didn't seem weird to him. But again, that's what they're saying in everything I looked at. But the doc, he said himself, he didn't even go in. So I don't know. It's fucking a gray area at this point.
Yeah. But if I would have walked in and not seen people and saw the safe open and then there was no money in it, it's like, well, I gotta say something.
Yeah.
But if there was money in it, I would have took that shit and been right out that motherfucker door. Like, bye, gotta go.
Hey, but I mean, at that point, even if he was dumb enough to say something about being there, and then they're like, well, the safe was empty and nobody was there and you were in there, now it falls on you that took that money regardless if you did or didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? Good luck trying to find, you know what? Besides the DNA that dropped off me from walking in there, you ain't gonna find none of my fingerprints on motherfucking nothing. Because as soon as I walk in the door, my first thought is the only thing that I'm really touching is a counter. If I go past that counter, I ain't touching shit.
Well,
not
to
a
be fair,
motherfucking thing, unless it's a doorknob. They ain't touching shit.
even if you did leave all this, I'm not sure they would have caught on.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, my black ass is like, I know your nigga ass did it. It's like, what the
I'd
fuck?
be like, hey, my fingerprints are there because I fucking work here. I touch all kinds of shit here.
It's like, hey, guess what? Check the fucking cameras. I mean, well, okay. Let me rephrase that.
You might walk into a trap on that time.
No, that's a different time period.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't have cameras then.
Right.
Yeah. No,
but
at least
but
not
it's like
inside.
now it's like check the cameras. You can see that I didn't fucking do shit.
Right. Actually, I almost want to know, when were security cameras kind of brought out like that? I know 70s, definitely not.
No. All right.
At any rate, police were obviously called. Initially, the police found very little. The most notable findings were 2 empty currency bags and an empty roll of adhesive tape next to the safe door that was open.
Okay.
Now, they're saying they didn't take this shit seriously. How? You see empty fucking safe, you see a empty roll of tape of some sort. I would have instantly been like, that doesn't seem right.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, man.
The tape was a fuse.
Yeah. So, again, now the main reason they're claiming they didn't take this that seriously was the management only reported around $581 missing. But 1978, money is a little different nowadays. So
okay, yeah.
As of 2023, that would have been equal to $2,714. Now, that's something people are going to notice. I don't know how they didn't know how they weren't upset about $581 missing out, I say, but think about that.
You need to work on that.
Why? What was wrong with that?
Dude, you did not have to use that many words.
Yeah, probably not. We know how I operate at this point.
No, we really don't. It keeps changing almost every fucking week.
So what you're saying is, what you really want me to work on is consistency.
Or maybe, be a bit more concise.
All right. The police considered the case as a petty theft since there was no sign of a struggle. What about the empty roll of tape? I feel like that could have promoted some kind of struggle. But I guess because nothing was really knocked over, that's what they mean, I'm sure, obviously.
It would have been the only thing that would have been knocked off a desk or something.
Yeah, but why would you just left it on the desk if it was empty anyways?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, why was it even there to begin with?
Yeah. I mean, that's the better question, to be fair. That's the better question.
Yeah, it's not an ugly duckling. It's just an odd one.
Well, it obviously wasn't not enough for these detectives who didn't put this shit together. One thing about the theory that the 4 employees stole the money and went partying. In fact, if this was the fact, God damn it, Carlito, that's already another goddamn mistake.
Oh, Jesus.
This mother... Dude, he said he reread this and it was perfect. That's what he fucking told me.
You know
I
what?
should have known better when I seen the centering of the title.
I'm going to roll while you figure that out.
So at any rate, there was a theory that the 4 of them had stole the money and went out partying. But, again, this is towards the end of fall and kind of towards the beginning of winter. And hell, the weather was even way different in the 70s, so it was probably even fucking colder. Yes. So, with that in mind, the police did also find that the women's coats and purses were still there. So, if it was cold out, why the fuck? For one thing, women don't leave their goddamn purses.
For the most part.
Nah, most of them do. If you're taking a purse, you're fucking remembering that shit. You know? There's no way. And then on top of that, like I said, it's cold out. And women, no offense, but they tend to get colder faster than most men. Some men. Couple men.
That's just compared to you.
Yeah. I can't compare it to you because I don't know how cold you get.
Oh man, I might have told this story before, but I swear on my life, a woman straight up asked me whether or not if I get hotter in the summertime because I'm black, and then without missing a beat, and one person that would actually stand up and be able to corroborate this, he actually passed away. But straight up, without missing a beat, I looked at her and said, "Do you get colder in the wintertime because you're white?"
Dude, and honestly, this is why I know it's true, because he did tell me that this happened before you told me this happened. So that's how I know this is true.
Really?
Yes.
Like, Petro fucking told you that? Oh, shit.
And it seemed like a week after he told me this, I was hanging out with you, and then you went into the story because I don't remember, something got brought up. And you were like, "Oh, check this out." Then you told me the story. That's why I was laughing so hard, because Petro had just told me this. Damn, yeah, that was my bad.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. So, again, to me, that already seems odd enough that they should have taken that a little more seriously from the jump. But I guess it wasn't enough. When the 4 of them still hadn't showed up, and Jane's car was found in town, partially locked. Okay, so this is what threw me off at first, so I looked into it. Apparently, the driver's side door was locked when they found the car, but the passenger side wasn't. It was just a two-door car.
Okay.
So, that's what they meant by partially locked. 1 door out of 2 was locked.
Okay.
And concerns grew from there. Police officer Buddy Elwanger nailed it. Literally later, nailed that too. Admitted they had screwed up from the start.
Yeah, three out of 4 is still a C. So get it.
Hey, I'm not counting the first mistake. That one was Carlito all the way. Him and his fucking it's already fucking done. Everything's good. This fucking guy.
No, I was talking about 3 out of the last 4. I was talking about the very, very first one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll take that.
Well, yes, that was kind of the point.
The restaurant was allowed to be cleaned and reopened. Now,
Wait, the next day?
The next day. There were no photos taken from the scene, which would have helped eliminate potential evidence or anything else like that.
No.
Though they later did restage the photos.
No.
Yes. And on top of that, tried to pass it off like they're photos they took from that night.
No.
Yes.
So, I mean, I feel like this is where Vince McMahon got the fucking just still having the show with the fucking blood stain on the motherfucking mat.
Yeah, and that was a sad
It's like, yeah, and
moment,
then,
man.
Yeah, and then we could just restage it after the fucking show's over.
Now, you know, I mean, and that's the thing. I understand going on with the show if a wrestler got hurt, but this is different. The guy died. The show should have been like, okay, guys, sorry, we got to close down. Like, dude, that was fucking god-awful of a decision. And he was more worried about the bottom line, which was all money for him.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, well, now I got to refund all this money or give them free tickets for another show. That's all that money I'm going to miss out on. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there.
And he was done settling.
Yeah, done settling. Oh, man. So on November 19th, 1978,
Hell yeah.
which would now, by the way, be a Sunday in 1978,
Okay.
hikers found all 4 of the missing teens' bodies about 20 miles away in a wooded area of Johnson County.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I mean, 20 miles away. What the fuck? So, already, what the fuck? Davis and Shelton were both shot multiple times with a .38 caliber firearm.
That was me. My bad.
Remix. Jane was stabbed twice in the chest with such force that the handle had snapped off. The handle was never found at the scene, but the blade was still in her. I don't think that really presented anything at the time, but it was there. Flemings was bludgeoned to death, possibly with some kind of large chain, but ultimately he choked to death on his own blood. So wild. They could tell all this shit, but you can't say anything else about what might have happened. Oh, I forgot, because evidence got fucked up because the police were like, it's fine, guys, go ahead and open.
Okay, say that one more time.
Which part? You guys are fine, just go ahead and open.
The literal last thing you said.
That was it.
Okay, say it one more time, because even then I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, man, Jesus Christ.
The first time I was paying attention, and something about the way you said it, like it sounded like all gibberish.
Yeah, it was meant to. It was
Okay,
to,
well, never mind.
See, now you're trying to make me insensitive by saying what it was. People get it.
Well, that just means I don't get the joke.
No. I mean, yeah, probably not.
I do not. All right, no, we're gonna have to talk about this later.
Yes,
on the after party. Yeah, we're
right.
gonna have to start doing our own after party.
You know, honestly, I was kind of thinking about it myself. I just haven't brought it up to you yet.
Well, yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, no, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Investigators now believe they were kidnapped because of a botched robbery attempt. Police also believe they got into the restaurant when one of them took out the trash. There was something that came to light about that night, though. Flemings was covering the shift for another employee, which also brought a theory of what could have botched the possible robbery that led to the kidnapping and murders. It was possibly Flemings recognizing somebody, one of the robbers, possibly somebody he knew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a good theory.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't supposed to be there, you know? And then all of a sudden he's there now, and they come in and they're like, one of them's like, oh, fuck. He's not supposed to be here.
Dude. It's like, bro.
Right.
I mean, come on, bro. I mean, we just flipping burgers here, bro.
So there were actually a couple witnesses from that same night that were sitting out back against another building smoking a joint.
I was just going to say smoking crack. But
Well,
dude, I mean, that's an easy rhyme. Sitting out back, smoking crack.
yeah, actually, write that down.
No. I don't have my highlighter.
All right.
Joke none of you are gonna get.
Two 16-year-olds named Mary Rhines and George Nichols seen two men sitting in a car outside the Burger Chef just before closing. One had a beard, who was later believed to be S.W. Wilkins. The other was clean-shaven, who was later believed to be Greg Stanky. And yes, his name is Stanky.
Stanky.
Yeah.
Roll it up, smoke it up. We call it Stanky. That's a real song too.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like this is probably the downfall to this guy and why he became a criminal because of that last name.
Stanky.
I'll show you, Stanky. Give me your fucking money.
It's like I'll show you, Stanky. You know what? But guaranteed, this is what he does. Like this is what I call Stanky. He punches him right in the nose, directly in the nose, drops to the ground. He pushes him down on the motherfucking ground and literally farts in their faces.
Ooh, yeah.
Archer style.
That's pink eye for sure.
Yep.
From the witnesses' accounts, the police had clay models made of the suspects. And
Like how stanky did he look?
oh, dude, I mean, honestly, the clay models, in my opinion,
He looked really stanky.
oh, dude, they look kind of terrible, to be honest with you. I don't know how you would have picked anybody out of a lineup from these. The busts were terrible.
Dude, for some strange reason, when you said that, I was thinking the tits looked terrible.
Well, on one of them, definitely. The other one, he just had none. No tits. Just fucking nipples.
Well, you know what? Thanks for listening to the dumbest podcast on your desk. I think we're going to just cut this one short. Email us at your stories, dpoyd@gmail.com. Was that tit joke worth it? It really wasn't. Do I regret it? Absolutely not.
There you go.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Another witness was a drunk man named Alan Pruitt, who claims the two men he seen was Jeff Reed and Tim Willoughby. Pruitt also described a van he had seen them in, though other people had also seen this van, and the color never seemed to match anybody's description.
It looked like the Mystery Machine, but it was orange.
Yeah, and then there was some that were like, it was blue. No, it was red. It was like a rusty orange. Like, dude, I mean, there were so many different accounts, and even the make and model of the van was never consistent. But then again, I've seen a lot of those vans back in the 70s, and they all looked exactly the fucking same.
It looked like the van that Speed Buggy rides in, but it was rusty nail colored.
Yeah,
you know what? I am proud of that one. For real.
Right.
I was really trying to figure out how I was gonna get a cartoon and a rusty nail in there, and I got it.
Worked out. So, there was also another problem. Tim Willoughby was
besides the rusty nail.
Tim Willoughby was never found to be questioned or anything, and he was in fact believed to be dead at least 2 years prior to this account.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, there was a whole thing about that because I guess police wanted to question him on something else a few years prior to this, and they could never track him down. And there was so many people.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Did you deserve that? Probably not, but you got it anyway.
No, I definitely deserved it, and I did it on purpose.
So
I wasn't gonna sing it though.
well,
Now I would have deserved that. I would have sure as shit deserved it if I would have sang it,
it
but I
was a
wasn't.
half-ass thing.
Oh no, still I would. Oh no, I for sure would have deserved it if I would have sang it. If I would have sang it, yes, I would 100% say yes, I deserved it. But no, I wasn't trying to. No, I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not trying to shit on my podcast like you do.
I'm giving us gold, buddy.
Hey, shit with gold flakes in it. It's still shit.
Well, it's rock solid shit at that point, so don't worry about it.
Oh no, it is diet. Hey, when you when you're doing the podcast and you got a bulge in your ass, diarrhea.
Oh,
diarrhea.
you're not gonna want to be going nowhere with that shit.
with gold flakes in it. All right, let's stop.
Yes, please. So, like I was trying to say, the police wanted to question Willoughby years prior, couldn't never find him. There was so many people that claimed that he may be dead from probably owing the wrong people money. So
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, I mean, so who knows? There was never anything that proved he was alive or dead.
There was nothing to prove that he didn't kill himself by jacking off and trying to choke himself.
Well, that's true. No body, no fucking proof of any sort. So
yeah.
There was another person to be considered to be the man responsible for the brutal killings, named Jeff Reed. There was never sufficient evidence to support this theory, though, so they never had anything rock solid enough to fucking put him away.
Like, a solid poop instead of diarrhea.
Yeah, no, it was always liquidy, and they're like, no, we can't be dealing with that. Just get out of here, man.
You know what? I have to say that I did that.
Yes,
that one was my fault.
Yes.
That one was definitely my fault. I'll call myself out on that. And yes, that one was my fault. But you know what? Was it worth it?
Yeah.
60-40.
I'm thinking 60s for yes. Later in 1978, a man in a bar in Greenwood was bragging that he had been involved in the killings. Police found the guy and questioned him. He denied any involvement. They even gave him a polygraph, to which he passed. Not that it matters, because, a polygraph's never going to hold up in court anyways.
Like, I'm a liar, liar, guess what? I'm a liar, liar, trying to get street cred. I'm a liar, liar, I'm trying to get street cred.
Okay.
Oh, that's all that was. It was like I did that shit. Yeah, dude, that's literally what that was. Like, I did that shit, motherfuckers. Y'all come fucking fuck with me. I'll fucking fuck y'all motherfucking asses up too. Right.
So after he passed this goddamn test, it really didn't mean shit anyway.
He went back out into the motherfucking street and got his ass beat. Full fucking show.
It's possible.
Oh,
it
no,
is.
dude.
Especially.
Garrett fucking Teed, whoever the fuck he fucking said that shit to before that motherfucking point when they picked him up. They fucking went and grabbed his ass like, so you say you motherfucking killing, nah. He just like, man, I was just joking, nah. Getting his ass beat.
Well, see, he probably did get his ass beat after what he did next.
Oh.
Because after he passed the polygraph, he even gave some names of other people he claimed were part of a fast food robbery gang.
Snitch!
Yes.
Snitch.
So I'm sure he did get his ass whooped at some point after that part.
That's when you got to sound the alarm.
And then everybody's coming and running with some kind of weapon.
Ooh, I caught that come.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many more times we've said that.
Yeah, they ain't no shit.
We are terrible at this.
Yeah, we are terrible at keeping track of how many times we say come in an episode.
Yeah, it's becoming ridiculous.
It ain't no shit.
Police were in Franklin following up on the man's leads when they see a man that strongly resembled the bearded man, which again was
bearded lady,
which was thought to be S.W. Wilkins. However, when he was called in for a lineup, this is so funny, such a fuck you to them, because he came in and he had shaved his fucking beard for the lineup.
Smooth move, Jackal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was just like a, hey, I'm here. Finger up in the fucking face. So.
It's like, I came, and I came, and I came.
And he did. He couldn't stop coming. So, now, still chasing any leads they get, which was now branching out to Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Chicago, and Dallas.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now they're getting out there on this search, man. Tips are coming in everywhere. And all the missing weapons used were still missing as well.
Yeah, along with the tips.
No, well, yeah, I mean, none of these tips ever panned out for them. So, years after the Burger Chef murders happened, a tip came in from an unlikely source this time.
Put it on the board.
Thank you, sir. The bearded man's son came forward and told the police that his father had confided in him that he was, in fact, part of the Burger Chef crimes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, really be a positive influence on my son and tell him that I am a that I am a murderer. I'm not really sure where I was going with that, but it literally stopped at murder. It's where else is it going to stop? Trying to do something like that? Like, it's going to stop at murder.
I mean, I almost feel like it could have been worse because somebody could have said to this guy,
Come on out, you rapist! Wow.
But it was just murder. It was just murder, guys.
Yeah, see, dude, I told you we was going to get that squeezed in there.
Yes, sir.
Told you we was going to get that squeezed in there.
So at any rate.
The problem? Second line.
Yep. The problem is the tip came after the bearded man died of a heart attack.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, 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 ooh. It hurts so bad.
Also to note, the Greenwood bar guy had also died by suicide, and both died pretty close to the armed robbery gang. God damn you, Carlito! All right.
Well,
Screw you! You're fired! You're fired! Whoa!
Fucking guy, man.
Man,
You promised me, Carlito.
I'm gonna miss that.
What, firing him?
No,
Every week?
Depend on what happens with the next round of samples. We'll just kind of go from there.
Yeah, excellent. Good idea.
Shit.
Not in here. So at any rate, they had both died relatively close after the armed robbery gang were named by the Greenwood bar guy. That all came out to the public, and they all of a sudden died. It's
Bang,
fucking
bang.
weird. Yeah, fucking weird. Another note is the bearded man's son was also in jail for an unrelated charge. So there's that. You might have just been saying this shit just to try to get out of jail early. Like, hey, I got this important info. Let me out.
Yeah. There's some important info right there.
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
Going back again between September 1st, 1978 and September 6th, 1978.
How many days is that?
That's 2.5, correct?
Well, we'll work on that.
That's fucking 4 days, buddy. 5 days. There were 8 bombings dubbed the Speedway bombings. Though I do want to I do not want to get into the bombings because it is said that it is unrelated to the murders. The man that was charged for the bombings was, in fact, said to have a hand in the Burger Chef case.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I knew you liked that word, so I threw it in there. Allegedly.
I mean, hey, has he been convicted and sentenced?
For that case? For the bombings, yes.
As far as the Burger Chef case,
Oh, yeah, no.
has he been convicted and sentenced? Let's see what happens.
Brett Kimberlin was a known drug dealer.
That's a terrible name.
It really is. It really is. You either got to have some really good drugs to sell or really good fucking cheap drugs that didn't matter if it was shitty.
I was really hoping that it was Brett Kimber, and then you said Lynn because I didn't make it to the next line. And then when you said Kimberlyn, it was like, oh no, that's awful.
I still feel like Kimber alone would have been awful.
No, Kimber is better than Kimberlyn. That's. I mean,
No, honestly, you're right. You're 100% right, but I still feel like Kimber
you know
would
what?
have been bad.
No, Brett Kimber is a fucking news anchor. News anchor for fucking sure.
And she's pretty good, right?
Actually, that could go either way. That could go male or female. It's like coming to you live from the studio. It's wait, no, I got to redo this. Coming to you live from the studio. It's Brett Kimber. Thank you for listening. For
Brett Kimber, isn't she fine?
like for what are you saying that I fucking do steroids? Coming to you live. I'm Brett Kimber. I'm in Gary, Indiana right now, where these two idiots are trying to do a podcast, and apparently one of them is trying to call me a woman.
But did you mention how they couldn't
back-
stop coming?
Back to you in the studio. Jesus Christ.
Love it. Oh, man. Oh, so. There was never
Christ.
obviously any evidence to prove Brett was, in fact, involved.
All right. No, I gotta get it together.
This was another dead end for police and victims and the victims' families. In 1984, Marion County Sheriff's Department get a call from a man named Donald Forrester. Another fucking inmate, but this time from Pendleton Correctional Facility.
Wait, Pendleton?
Yes.
Like the military facility?
No, I believe this is a prison in southern Indiana. Pendleton Correctional.
Oh, I'm thinking of Camp Pendleton.
Yes.
All right, never mind.
Forrester said he not only had information about the Burger Chef crimes, he was also involved.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guess what? I got that information you want. Which one of you
yeah?
want to suck my dick?
All of a sudden, some unknown detective walks in the room. All right.
Hey, you have to wear a condom, though.
I don't know whose ass you had that in.
Okay, you know what? For once, I'll give you that one, which is still low.
Wouldn't have it any other way, buddy.
Yep, I know. Believe me, I know.
Detective had him come in, and they also had taken him to the wooded area where the bodies were found. Forrester actually described how the bodies were found. Shockingly enough, he was accurate with it. He described how he himself had shot Davis and Shelton. He also knew about the broken/missing knife handle, which was not made public. So how did he fucking know that if he wasn't involved?
Well, that's because he heard it from another inmate and is trying to take claim for it. But
Maybe.
you know, well, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
Happens all the time, to be honest.
Yep. It happened in my pants.
Yeah. Forrester also claimed that James Fritz, I did say it wrong, who was Jane Fritz's older brother, owed money for drugs. So Forrester and 3 other associates went to Burger Chef to threaten Jane. So possible that her brother caused all of this and caused her to die. That's insane to me, thinking that brother would be okay with that. You know?
That'd be pretty fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely, because these are definitely people he ran with.
You bastard.
Wasn't for the doctor.
Yep.
He claimed that Fleming stepped in to protect Jane.
Did he, though?
I don't know. And a fight broke out.
Did it, though?
Yeah, apparently. In which Flemings fell and hit his head on the bumper. Now, they say car here, but it was always described as a van. So this is another inconsistency here. And I'm hoping it's on them and not Carlito, motherfucker.
It's inconsistency where you're doing a gesture where you're bouncing your boobs left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I really wish that was on video because that was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, they are getting a little bouncy, ain't they?
Oh God, dude! I really wish I would have fucking seen that. That was something that was something different. All right, keep going.
So because of this supposed head trauma from a bumper, they believe Flemings was dying, so they abducted them all to try and cover up the impending death and kill the witnesses.
Because of tossing his fucking man cans around.
Forrester also claimed he went back the next day to retrieve Jesus Christ. No, he wasn't retrieving Jesus Christ. He was retrieving shell casings, which was corroborated by Forrester's ex-wife, who said she was also there Not only, and this was supposed to be in here. Carlito, you took the wrong shit out, man. Come on. So the ex-wife was actually with him at the crime scene and helped him pick up the shell casings.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Now, they did go...
Wait. Why was she at the crime scenes to be able to help to pick up the shell casings?
Apparently, this guy thought he had it like that and said, "Hey, bitch, get your shit. We got to go." They're not married now, so I mean...
Hey, wait. Hey, do you remember what part of the country this was in again? Because I can't remember right now.
Oh no, this was here in
Indiana.
No, yeah,
in Indianapolis,
Speedway, Indiana.
Oh,
yeah, just outside of Indy.
So, so there wouldn't be too many Mexicans out there because, like, I would think that he would just
not in the 70s. No,
I would just think he would just walk into the fucking house and just like, "Hey, baby." Wait. It's like, "Hey, baby, todo manos trompito, vámonos," and just out the door.
Chick's still hopping around trying to get one shoe on as she's getting dragged out the door. So at any rate, they gathered up the shells, they went to their house and flushed the casings down the toilet. What they didn't seem to realize was they flushed it in a septic system. So police were able to track down the septic tank itself, have it unburied, and there were the shell casings.
The septic tank twins, for real, right there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Forrester later recanted his confession, and he died in prison from cancer in 2006. Nothing ever came of that. It's almost like he's like, "Oh, you found the shell case? Guess what, guys? I was just kidding. I don't know how those got in there." But it's also said that he wanted to move, or he wanted to stay in the facility he was in. They were actually getting ready to ship him to a very bad prison that he did not want to go to.
It's like, come on.
Right.
I've been here all this time. Why send me to another spot?
Right. So, yeah, there's that. And there have been so many tips, so many hours put into solving this case.
Tips.
Just the tips, though, apparently. I mean...
So many.
Yes. But despite all that, the case still remains unsolved to this day, with no signs of ever finding the answers needed to bring closure to so many people involved in this.
Now, I just want to say that just like this story, how many tips there were that were involved in this story and how many of them are lies is exactly what men say to women about, "I'll just put the tip in." just a tip. It's always a lie.
Yeah.
It's always a lie.
And then when it goes past the tip, they usually go,
Come on out, you rapist! Wow.
During their whole, I'm going to tell the cops this shit, you fucking rapist.
Okay, well, that was the Burger Chef.
Yes, dude, insane. I mean, yeah, and it's actually not only still unsolved.
Insane in the membrane.
Well, yeah, it's not only just unsolved. Still, it's still active. They have detectives still today actively on the case, still trying to get new info.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get something, and not to tell you what they're not trying to get. VD.
Well, you know what they're trying to do is save face from their own fuckery when it first happened.
Yep. And
had it not have been for that, they probably would have figured it out because they would have had the evidence they needed.
And VD.
Yep. Yeah. All heroes seem to get VD. Just saying.
Oh, hey, actually, you know what? You can do that shit for fucking once.
Oh, really? After all that reading I already did? All right.
Yeah, well, you know what? Thanks for listening. This has been the dumbest podcast on your desk. And wait, you know what? I am Manny McDoucherson.
Well deserved on that. And I'm Clayton Keg. And hey, Carlito, we're going to talk, but I think I'm going to go ahead and save your job.
Screw you! You're fired! You're fired! Whoa!
All right, clearly the douche is against what I'm going to say to you, but I'm going to try to save your job for one more week. You better do fucking
There's no
better.
video to prove that I did that, so there's that.
true, and he knows I'm an asshole, so
Suckers.
he's gonna totally blame me for it. But
Suckers.
you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Pandora, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Audible, and Sirius XM Radio. You can also find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook under the Jesus Christ. I didn't know you had it in you, man. I just thought for sure you were going to be done any second there.
It's like, yeah, you didn't know I would put it in you either.
Well, that's a whole nother show concept.
Yeah, right in your ear.
You can find us on Facebook at The Dumbest Podcast on your desk. And you can find me at Tapping the Keg. And you can email me at tappingthekegpodcast@gmail.com.
Check out Remy Boys VSOP.
And you can also email us at dpoyd at stories.
Your stories, dpoyd@gmail.com.
So close.
All right.
Close.
Yeah, you still need to, dude, after all this fucking time, how
You're
do
the
you
one
not
who
know
usually,
that?
because I don't usually do it.
Well,
you know.
Well, so, it's
Yeah.
something car practice. All right, I'll let your boys.
We
Peace.
out.